Hello, Mr. Frollet here, a currency trader and also a trading coach at Flawless Executions for his trading. And we have come up with this professional forex trading course, which is mainly designed for individuals who have heard of forex through the internet, from the news, and someone telling them, and do not know much about forex. I mean, the very beginners, and have developed the desire to explore this financial market to understand it well and also create another source of income which is reliable and consistent. And one thing about forex I have to let you know before we continue is that forex is not a get rich quick adventure. So if you are thinking of forex as such, please, I will tell you that forex is not that. Forex is not a get rich quick adventure. If you want to get rich quick, then this is not a place you have to come. You have to be in Benin and go and find some of their other stuff there. So without wasting my time, let's hit the ground rolling. So this course curriculum have been subdivided into lessons, and lesson 1 comprises of introduction to forex for the very new beginners. And under the introduction to forex, we are going to learn, or we are going to know the business aspect of forex, the business of forex trading, and some basis of forex trading, or some basis of the forex market, the currency pairs, what are pairs, the lot sizes that we use in trading forex. And also we are going to talk about the kind of types of forex traders that we have, and you are going to know all these types, and you are going to stick to the one that best suits your lifestyle. And the last one but not the least, we will be talking about some basic forex terminologies as a first, or as a beginner, some of the very terminologies in forex you have to know. So let's get started. And please, before we get started, you have free way of supporting our channel is by subscribing and commenting and liking and sharing it to your other colleague forex traders. So let's start the business. So what is forex? And forex, as you can see on your screens, FORES, or in another words, FX, is derived from the term foreign exchange. So as you can see, the highlighted or some of the words in this word, the forex and the exchange, have combined for us to get the forex that we talked about. So forex is derived from foreign and then exchange, and another way of forex is FS. So what is FS, or what is forex? It's a global decentralized market where one nation's currency is traded for that of another nation's currency at a mutually agreed rate. So forex market is decentralized in the sense that you don't have a particular place or a particular house that forex transactions only take place. It takes place universally, it takes place anywhere in the world, and it's not decentralized like the stocks and other financial market. It's decentralized, and it's being traded between the networks of banks and other corporations. So forex is, in other words, exchange of currencies between nations at a mutually agreed rate. So let's say we are in Ghana and we are having some Ghana cities, and we want to go on vacations in maybe Ohio. So we can send our Ghana cedis to the United States. It's not applicable. We have to exchange our Ghana cedis into that of the US dollar. So let's say we are having 6,000 Ghana cedis and want to exchange it to the US dollars, and at a rate of 5 cedis, 80 pesos per 5 cedis, 80 pesos. So any $1 will be equivalent or is equivalent to 5 cities, 80 pesos in Ghana city. So having 6,000 Ghana city, we are going to have a little more than 1,000 US dollars. And let's say assuming we able to get $1,200 for our vacations, and we went on our vacations and we were not able to spend all our 1,200 Ghana cedis, and we reached Kotoka International Airport, returning with extra or with the remainder of $200. So when we were going at first, the rate was 5 city 80 pesos, and the moment we arrived, or at the time we arrived, the exchange rate have increased to 6 cities. So on our $200 extra money, we are going to get 20 pesos on each and every dollar that remain, and these 20 pesos are how we or this is how we make money trading the foreign currencies market. And we calculate our profits or our loss based on the pips that we captured, and we are going to learn all those things in this course later on. And also forex is run 5 days a week and 24 hours. So in Ghana here, the market normally opens Sunday afternoon and also closes at Friday afternoon every week here in Ghana, and it's the biggest market you can ever have in the world at the moment, with about $5 trillion being pumped into forex trading market each and every day, as compared to $1 billion for the stocks market. So forex is really huge, and it's a really good, nice place for you to make a living or for you to get money. So let's move on. So forex as a business, how should we look at forex as a business? In which terms? If you look forex as a business, or what is the advantages of forex that we have? Forex have over other business. The advantages of forex over other business, we have minimum time investment, and this can be thought of in two different points. The first point being that the time period we use to study forex is relatively shorter as compared to other professions, like being a doctor, being a teacher or nurse. Being a doctor, you're going to take you about 7 years. Being a teacher or nurse will take you about 3 to 4 years before you can pass out as a qualified professional teacher. But here in forex, it can take you from 6 months to 2 years, depending on your commitment and your desire level to acquire this high income skill. So relatively, the acquisition of forex skills as compared to other businesses is relatively shorter. And also, one aspect of this minimum time investment is also about the time we use in front of our machines or in front of our monitors to monitor the market, or to learn to analyze the market for trades, as compared to other professions. A doctor or nurse or a teacher will spend at least 6-7 hours a day at work, but as a forex trader, you can spend at most 3 hours in front of your monitors to analyze the chart for better opportunities to trade and make your money. So with forex, you can have more time for leisure, more time with your family and friends, and more time to live life. And also minimum investment as compared to other business, like if you want to open a bar, if you want to open a gym, if you want to open a restaurant, you need some quantum amount of money before you can establish that business. But with forex, you can invest as little as $10 and start with your forex business. And the third one is no employees in forex office or inventories, as compared to like setting up a new business. You need to hire a room, a store, or a land to build on your business. You need to hire some people to work for you. and some other gadgets that you use to run your business. With Forex, all you need is your skill set, a laptop or a phone, a source of electricity, and most importantly, a source of internet to keep you going. And the last point here is recession proof. Recession simply means that the economy has collapsed and there is no selling and buying in the economy, and everything in the economy have calmed down, like in the recent corona season where we are all ushered to stay home. So in those times, if you are running a restaurant and the people to patronize this business are being kept at home, who is going to buy your food? This means your business will collapse when the economy collapses. So it's a disadvantage for other business. But in Forex, we don't care if the system or the economy is in a recession or is collapsing or whatever. We don't care. It have been proven, like a recession have no impact on the Forex market. So to succeed, you must be willing to work hard and master this professional skill. As I've said earlier, as I've said earlier, commitment is the key. Commitment is the key to success in this business. So some basic forex business, and as we learned earlier on, forex or exchange can be in only one thing. It should be paid, and you have to exchange something for another. So you have to exchange a phone for maybe another phone. You have to exchange a rice for oil. So always there are two things. They are pairs. You each exchange something for another thing. So forex is traded or quoted in pairs, and each and every currency in the quoted forex pair is given a three-letter words, and these are the seven or the eight major currencies we trade, and they are denoted three-letter words. So the USD for the United States dollars, the GDP Great Britain pound, the EUR the euro, JPY Japanese yen, CHF the Swiss franc, the AUD the Australian dollar, NZD New Zealand dollar, CAD the Canadian dollar. So these are the eight major pairs that we trade in forex. And also we have the seven most liquid pairs. When we say something is liquid in the forex market, we mean that there are a lot of participants and it is easy for you to enter and exit at any given point as you wish. So any moment you wish to enter the market, you just jump in, and any moment you wish to get out, you just move out, as compared to other pairs. And these are the seven liquid pairs, and the seven liquid pairs are the major currency being paired with the US dollars. And these are not the only pairs that we trade in forex. I also trade the major pairs being paired with themselves. So these are some of the seven liquid pairs. And currency quotes and exchange rate. So as we know already, forex currencies are quoted in pairs, and their exchange rate are normally in four decimal places, except yen pairs. Take note, except yen pairs, which is into two decimal places. So except yen pairs, all other pairs are being their exchange rate are being written in four decimal place. And example is beneath: the euro USD equals 1.2354. So let's look at the meaning of the base quote and the page. So base currency, this is the first quoted currency in the pair, and it always have the value of 1. Always put this in mind. Always the base currency have the value of 1. So in the above quoted currency pair, euro USD, it means 1 euro is equivalent to $1.2354. 1 euro is equivalent to $1.2354. And code currency is the currency quoted at the last in the pair. So after the base currency, the currency that comes after all that is being quoted after the base currency is the code currency. And in Forex, we calculate our wins or we calculate our losses in pips. And the meaning of PIP is price interest point, and its meaning is the smallest change in value for any given Forex quote or pair. The smallest change in value for any given Forex quote. So as this quote, it will not be stagnant. Sometimes you may check the chart and it will be 1.2360. So you see there are some increment from 1.2354 to 1.2360. So there have been around 6 pips increment, and sometimes it can also fall down. And I have to tell you this: Forex is a zero-sum game, meaning for US dollar to rise, for the euro to rise, the US dollar to have to fall in this pair. For euro to rise in value, the US dollar have to fall, and also for the US dollar have to for the US dollar to rise, the euro also have to fall. So based on the currency you place your money, or you anticipated of it being going up or down, you are going the opposite way for the quote currency. And you will learn more when we go to the chart works. And also with the contract size talks about or deals with the amount of currency or the base currency that we want to buy, the unit of the quantity of the base currency we want to buy using the quote currency. So we have different names depicting different ways or having different meanings of this contract lot size, and the names are in the table below. We have the standard lot size, the mini lot size, the micro lot size, and the nano lot size. And with the standard lot size means we are buying 100,000 of the base currency using the code currency. We are buying 100,000 of the base currency using the code currency. So let's say you want to buy 200,000 euros using the dollar. So into the forex trading app, the MT4, the MT5, buying 200,000 euros using the dollar, you're going to type in 2 or 2.0. So one contract lot size means you are buying 100,000 euros using US dollar as stated. It's example on your screen. And also the nano lot size means you are buying 10,000 of the base currency using the code currency. The micro we are buying 1,000, and the nano we are buying 100. So key into the MT4, MT5. These are the ways of keying these lot sizes into the MT4 or the MT5. So let's say in the MT4, on the MT4, MT5, you want to buy maybe 20,000 of the base currency. So there we are going to type in 0.2. You get me? 0.2 as a lot size that we want to trade. So moving forward, we will look at kinds of forex trading or kinds of forex traders that we have, and this is based on your trading appetite and your free time, or the time you have during the day that suits your lifestyle. So you can choose any of these four that best suit your lifestyle and stick to that, or you can learn to trade all the way around and just move on and trade it. So we have the scalpers, and these traders usually trade or usually capture 10 to 20 pips per trade. So each and every trade that they place, they aim of capturing 10 to 20 pips per trade, and their trading or their trade lasts or trading duration lasts between seconds and minutes, and normally they don't move on to hours. They just come to the market, study it, they execute their trade, and within some few minutes they exit their trade and take their profit and go. And they use the 1 minute and 5 minute time frames to make their technical analysis. Then we move on to the day traders. These people usually target 20 to 50 pips per trade. So every trade, as we said, they target within this pip range, and their trade do not last more than a day or 24 hours. And the time frame that they use in making their technical analysis are the 50 minutes time frame, H1 the 1 hour time frame, the H4 meaning the 4 hour time frames. We will get to know all the meaning of that when we get to the chart works. The swing traders, and I'm a proud swing trader. This is where I fit into. We capture 50 to 200 pips per trade, and our trade normally do not exceed 1 week. But sometimes, based on some microeconomic data, we can leave a trade for 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 more profits over a week or sometimes to a month. And the time frame we normally use are the H1, the 1 hour, the 4 hours, and the daily time frame, and we do not go below the 1 hour time frames. Then the position traders, these are mainly the banks, the hedge funds, the corporations, and the rest. They are the position traders, and they usually target 200 to 1,000 pips per trade. Their trading duration lasts weeks and months, and they use the daily and the weekly time frame to make their technical analysis. So me, sometimes I trade swing and sometimes I trade as a position trader. So based on your schedule and based on your trading appetite, you can choose between these four types of trading, and the one that best applicable into your life, you stick to that and you move on. Then some terminologies that you have to know as a beginner. So sometimes if you are watching the news, the business news, you will see some figures. You see some figures running, and they'll be written, or there's some words like ask price and bid price. So what is the ask price? The ask price is the minimum price that a market is willing to accept for a currency. The minimum price, the lowest price a market is willing to accept a currency at a given moment. It's not stagnant, it's not stable, it doesn't stay at one place forever. It changes always. And the bid price is the maximum price a market is prepared to accept, is preparing is the maximum price at which the market is prepared to buy a specific currency. So if you want to buy maybe Euro USD, the price that your currency provider is willing to offer to you to buy is what we call the bid price. And then we call something forex brokers. And before we dive into forex brokers, we know forex is being traded between the network of banks like the central banks of states, the Federal Bank of the United States, the Federal Bank of Australia, the Federal Reserve Bank of Australia, the Federal Reserve Bank of Canada, the Federal Reserve Bank of Japan, Central Bank of Europe, the British Central Bank, and these bank and other banks are the Standard Chartered, the Barclays Bank, the Eco Bank, and the rest. And you can imagine how big their monies are into this trading. And I myself and you listening to me, our monies are a penny in front of them, and we can't all go to the same table. Some holding huge currency, huge amount of money, and some holding some little. So you have to get some corporations which are licensed for that, and they have bodies that regulates them. These people, as we can call them the middlemen, they will capture our orders and went to the big table and place the trade for us. So by doing this, they will offer us the trading platform for us to buy and sell currency. So these are the brokers, or in other words, the middlemen. And the forex broker is a licensed firm that provides traders with access to trading platforms to buy and sell currencies. So that's for the brokers. And the demo trading simply means uh, you have all the interfaces, you have everything perfectly except that the money invested in the demo trading account is not real. It's a virtual something you can't withdraw. It's something. It's like a praying grounds, a place where you prepare yourself to face the rare markets or the rare trading account. So, and no other business will give you this opportunity to practice everything equally as in the rare, except your money investing, the rare money investing, for you to practice to be perfect before you comes into the real side. And for us to make money, we have to sell or buy currencies. And selling a currency simply means we are selling the base currency and buying the quote currency. You are selling the base currency and buying the quote currency. And also, buy or long means you're buying the base currency and selling the quote currency. And this brings us to the end of the lesson one of the professional forex trading course. And I think you've learned a lot. And as a trader or as a beginner, maybe you did not get some concept to comment with your questions, and I will leave my email address also beneath this video so that you can email me your questions and I'll answer them in the shortest possible time. Stay tuned and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.